Hey everyone, Audi 555 here. Now I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sick of riding in winter when it's freezing cold and having to wear multiple layers, such as jumpers and merino wool underlayers and merino wool ski jumpers and jackets, all of that stuff underneath my usual motorcycle safety protective leather jacket gears. Like, I end up walking around like the Michelin Man, and it's not comfortable. But it is slightly warm. Not the warmest, but mostly enough to get you to your destination. Now, I was basically doing this for years every winter and putting what I'm about to show you off every year. Until this year I was like, you know what? I'm sick of having numb fingers when I'm riding in the freezing cold conditions of the fridge on the ridge, which is Toowoomba. So I bought this. Ugh. Well, that's a bit of a shock in the face, but I bought what is in this package, and it is a heated jacket. And this, my friends, is a game changer. It is a deluxe heated motorcycle jacket liner. So this is a jacket that connects to your motorcycle battery and punches 12 volts through this and turns it into a heated blanket to make your riding exciting. It comes with a cable and some bonus fuses and everything that you need to install it. And it also comes with this nifty feature, a handlebar mountable power switch. So you can remotely turn this on, off, low, medium and high whilst you're riding. So you don't have to fumble around with trying to push the button on the jacket. It's right there in your handlebars, making it very easy to use. And with a big, easy, clear button like this, perfect for when you're wearing thick winter gloves. So I purchased this jacket off Zaki, which is a retailer in Australia online where you can buy the jacket pretty easy and they ship it to your door. Really good customer service from all of the reviews that I've seen, so that's why I chose to go through them. And the jacket itself is a Venture Heat. And from all the reviews that I've read on the internet, not a single person has been disappointed with the heat that this punches out. So this is the jacket liner, and it is very nice. It's slightly thicker than what I envisioned, but I think that's to stop the wind, and it seems like a really good quality jacket liner. There's some little instructions on the inside of the jacket, and you just pop it on underneath your motorcycle jacket wearing a t-shirt in the middle of freezing cold Arctic winters, and it zips up and plugs into the bike. Snazzy. Now these guys do have a return policy, so I needed to make sure this fit first. That way I can go ahead and take the tags off and set up all of the wiring harnesses on the bike. It's important to do that because you won't have the ability to return it if you remove the tags and you've clearly worn it. But if you're worried, you can always check their terms and conditions. Now, I just need to put out there that I am in no way affiliated with the company that makes these or the company that sold it. I purchased this with my own money, so all of these thoughts that I'm telling you in this video are going to be true and correct to exactly how I feel about it. And talking about how I feel about it, check out this button here. This is the on-off switch if you don't want to use the remote. It sits here, dangling out of the jacket, not up on your breast pocket where you can get some really cheap jackets that are heated off eBay for their on-off switch located. It's down here, so when you're riding on your bike and you're cruising along, you can just lean down and hit the button to change the temperature. Inside the jacket is where your wire discreetly sits in there, and that just pops out, and you plug that end into the wiring harness that's connected to your battery on the bike. So the jacket, amazing looking, wind resistant, and basically a snuggy jacket to keep you cozy. It's got heating elements right down the front, in the neck, down the sleeves, and on the back. So you're basically going to be a furnace on the bike. So we're going to go ahead and install this harness onto the bike. But I just wanted to point out how good this kit is. It comes with a inbuilt fuse in line, so when you hook that up to the battery, you can put an appropriate fuse in based on what you are drawing. What I mean by that is, it comes with these different amp rated fuses, plus another one that's already placed in there just to show you where it goes. And depending on how much amps you're planning on drawing, you put the appropriate fuse in. So for me, I'm just using just this jacket, So I only need the 7.5 amp fuse. But if I was to plan on unzipping this part and pulling out the cable and connecting in heated glove liners, that increases the draw. And also if I wanted to have heated pants and heated feet warmers, heated everythings, that would also increase the amp draw. So you put the appropriate fuse in, and all of that's listed in plain English in the instruction booklet. Now the wire actually is pretty long, it's about 1 meter or so long, more than what you would need. So it gives you ample space to be able to mount this cable wherever you want. Now because I've just installed it, I want to just test it out first before I put it in a more permanent solution or for a spot. So I've just got it here for now, but you could put it pretty much anywhere. Now to test out if it actually does heat up. So I'm just turning it on now, and it's got the red light illuminated, and that is maximum heat. And within 3 seconds I felt that on my arms. This is amazing. This jacket heats up within 10 seconds to its maximum heat. So you will be toasty warm. And right now I am very impressed. I can feel the warmth in front of me, down my sleeves. It's even in my neck. And if I zip that up even more, that sits nice and snug around my neck with plenty of space there, it's not choking me, and I can feel the warmth, and on my back too. Wow, this is amazing. Right, so I'm just going to turn the heat down to medium, and that feels comfortable. And let's go low. Yeah, perfect. That's probably the heat setting I'm going to have it on. This is very warm. Now I like how it's color coordinated. You've got green for the lowest heat, amber for the medium heat, and red for the hottest. And those lights correspond to the remote control on the handlebar too. So when you're riding and you're using the handlebar remote, you can visually see clearly what temperature you're set to. So whatever temperature I set the remote on the handlebars to, the jacket will turn to. So it doesn't matter if this is already on the highest setting. If I cycle through here and put it on the lowest setting, this will automatically change to the lowest setting. And getting off the bike is pretty easy. You just have to remember to unplug yourself. You just pull it out and the adapter just comes out. But if you forget that you got it plugged in and you walk away, it will just pull and come out. Now I've got to attach this a bit better in there to put it how I want it later on. But for now, that just shows you that this is a pretty easy foolproof system. Maybe in the future I would like to see some sort of magnet setting so it doesn't have as much resistance to pull out, but it doesn't just come out arbitrarily when you're riding. That would be nice, but for what it is, this is more than ideal. And it fits quite well underneath the jacket. It's not super thick, so it's perfect. And it's a lot thinner than all of those winter layers that I would normally ride with. And turning it on, I'm going to use the handlebar. Let's try the hottest setting. Oh, I feel like I'm falling off. Yeah, look this way. I've got it on the hottest setting. My arms are getting toasty. I've never felt such incredible warmth while sitting on a bike before, with the exception of riding in the tropical wet season of Darwin in Northern Territory, but I can't complain. This is for winter and it feels like the tropics. It is mint. I'm really impressed with this. And I forgot to mention before, once you've got the appropriate heat settings set, this light will turn off, so it's not going to be a distraction when riding. So the liner is very warm while sitting in an environment like this, But let's test it out on the open road. It's nighttime and it's freezing outside.
So as you can or can't see, it's nighttime and it is raining. So it's probably about 15 degrees outside. It's still quite easily tolerable to ride without a heated jacket, but it's only going to get colder, and it's only warm right now as far as 15 degrees warm is, compared to 6 degrees, which it will be in about 5 hours time. But I'm not going to stay up until midnight just to do this. I want you all to just trust me. So it's about time I turn the jacket on to warm the rest of my body up. So here we go. I'm going to put it on high, which is the red setting, and get nice and toasty. Within 10 seconds, it's hit the maximum temperature and it's nice and warm. It's a very hot warmth. I'd probably have to be riding in maybe -5 degrees Celsius and out on the highway to be able to really get the most out of the highest setting. Now I'm going 70 kilometers an hour and I can still feel the heat getting generated from the jacket. The wind coming through and hitting the outside of my leather jacket is not subtracting at all. Not one bit from the heat that's getting generated from this jacket. Now let's test it out at 100 kilometers an hour. Most speed zones in Australia are 100, maybe 110 kilometers, and that's the maximum in most states that you can do. So it's pretty realistic to test it in those conditions. To make this fair, I've just turned the heater off. Now I'm starting to cool down. I want to get as cold as possible to really test this out. Alright, so we're hitting the 100 kilometer an hour zone. We can amp this test up a little bit, so to speak. And I'm getting chilly. My glove flapping around here where I haven't velcroed it down properly is letting a lot of air up my right hand sleeve, and it's starting to hit my skin and feel like I'm holding ice against it. It's not comfortable, and I'm really starting to cool down inside the jacket to the point where if I was to ride a few more minutes I would be shivering. So let's turn this on. Now it's on red, which means it's high, and straight away my arms are now melting. It is ridiculously good. I am so impressed with this. I have to turn that down to low because it is doing such a good job. What a well-designed and engineered product this is. Wow. Well, that just, to me, is settled. I'm really excited about having this jacket, and potentially in the future I might even invest in getting the heated pant liner. I'm very toasty warm, warmer than what I would be wearing 5 or 6 layers, including a thick jacket underneath my motorcycle jacket, which is leather. So all up, I am toasty, and I'm really kicking myself for not just getting out there and buying this years ago. Well, let's get back to the studio. Woo!
Now this jacket is pretty cool, or should I say hot, but basically for me, I really agree with buying one of these. If you're in a climate that's cold in winter, a jacket like this can set you back, but it's a very premium quality product, and it gives you the ability to upgrade in the future, being if you wanted to plug the jacket into pants, heated shoe liners, or heated gloves, or even heated glove liners if you wanted to use your existing gloves. It's got that expandability which I really like about it. And the fact that you can wirelessly turn this thing up and down and off just by pushing a simple button on a remote on your handlebars, well, that is worth it. So goodbye being a Michelin man, and hello to riding all year round with a t-shirt. It's going to be an amazing ride. Well, anyway, that's it for today's video. As usual, keep safe out there on the road, stay on 2 wheels and not on your head. Let us know in the comments if you have a heated jacket or if you thought about getting one. Well, catch you all next Tuesday. Laters!
I am heater man, heater man.